Stephen Paddock, Las Vegas, Nevada. Devin Kelly, Sutherland Springs. Kevin Jason Neal, Red Bluff. Rancho, Texas. Matthew Ryle. Shamari Leggett. Nicholas Cruz. Travis Reinberg. Alex Manassian. Joseph James D'Angelo. Dimitris Pagurtsis. And now, CESAR SAYOC. Did I mention 11 people? We need a registry for these nuts and crazies. I'll repeat the names of my YouTube videos. Stephen Paddock, Devin Kelly, Kevin Jason Neal, Matthew Ryle, Shamari Leggett, Nicholas Cruz, Travis Reinking, Alex Manassian, Joseph James D'Angelo, Dimitris Pagurtsis. Now, it's CESAR SAYOC. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nerdy Girl. It's Friday, the 26th of October. Pipe bomb nut. He has a long record, going back to 2002. We need to watch guys like this. We need to watch guys like this and pull them out of society. Sending bombs to Barack Obama. This is a fascist. This is a fascist nut. This is a nutcase. This is a nut job. This is a fascist. But it's a good thing that Donald Trump condemned him. He's doing something right. He wants to seal our borders. I agree with that. But the man's a fascist. I mean, the problem is that we have bad government. We had the worst government that we had for years. Here, watch. As we speak, we haven't heard on the news that anybody died yet from any of the pipe bombs that CESAR SAYOC sent out. But in the days ahead, there's some of them still floating around. One of them might go off. The fact that nobody died yet. I mean, he sent it to Hillary Clinton. He sent it to so many different people. This guy is a right-wing fascist nut with the intent to kill. He's like the people that I've mentioned before in my other 10, 11 videos. I never did a video on Dylan Roof, who killed a bunch of black people in a Baptist church that were worshiping and doing nothing to nobody. He's the same way. He just happened to be lucky and not kill anybody. But we might hear one of these bombs might go off. We need to watch social media. We see the extremism. We see the racism, the hatred, the bigotry. We need to pull over these individuals before they shed a lot of blood. We have to pull them over and evaluate them. We need to change the laws of this country.
That has gripped the nation. Investigators now picking through every detail of his life, from his social media to his family, who are speaking out for the first time tonight. Here's ABC's Steve Osunsami.
The frightening deliveries of explosive devices and the nationwide search for the person who sent them ended with an arrest in Florida.
These terrorizing acts are despicable and have no place in our country.
Authorities say they have the person in custody who went through all this effort to mail IEDs in these yellow envelopes to prominent figures in the Democratic Party. Investigators say it was a fingerprint that led them to 56-year-old CESAR SAYOC. He was arrested at 10:30 this morning at a parking lot of an AutoZone in Plantation, Florida, just outside Fort Lauderdale. A witness says he gave up without a fight.
It almost seemed like he knew he was going to get caught, so I'm getting in with no problem. And he just had that look of, okay, it's over.
Federal investigators tonight are describing him as a domestic terrorist with a political chip on his shoulder. The windows of the white van that police say he had parked outside were covered with potential evidence. The hard-to-miss political messages supporting the president and demonizing his critics, including Hillary Clinton and CNN.
He has been charged today with 5 federal crimes, including interstate transportation of an explosive, illegal mailing of explosives.
He already has a past criminal record, and if convicted of these crimes, could face up to 48 years in prison. His arrest comes after 4 more packages of improvised explosive devices that were discovered just today. A total of 14 explosive devices in all put in the mail to Americans who've criticized President Trump or have been the constant subject of the president's anger.
Each device consisted of roughly 6 inches of PVC pipe, a small clock, a battery, some wiring, and what is known as energetic material. These are not hoax devices.
The very first package was discovered Monday afternoon at the home of Democratic philanthropist George Soros in the suburb north of New York City. Then late Tuesday night, another device, this one sent to Hillary Clinton, caught by the Secret Service before it reached her home in New York. Just hours later, a third package in Washington, D.C. that stopped before it was delivered to the home of President Obama.
The package was found at a screening facility located in Washington, D.C.
Then Wednesday morning in New York City, CNN was reporting on the story when it hit home and alarms went off in their own newsroom.
And to have projectiles, I mean, excuse me, that sounds like a fire alarm here. We'll keep you posted on that.
That device was addressed to former CIA Director John Brennan, who works at CNN. Then in Maryland, another package, this time meant for Democratic California Congresswoman Maxine Waters. In Florida, police rushed to the office of Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. The device there was addressed to former Attorney General Eric Holder, but it had Wasserman Schultz's return address. Authorities don't believe that she was in any way associated with this. By Wednesday night, 2 more packages, this time addressed to former Vice President Joe Biden. Both were caught at coastal facilities in Delaware. And yesterday morning, the 10th package in the mail for actor Robert De Niro.
At approximately 6:30 a.m., the NYPD bomb squad removed a device.
There were more in the mail this morning. An 11th package recovered near Opelika, Florida. It was addressed to Senator Cory Booker. A short while later in New York City, another package addressed to former Director of Intelligence James Clapper. On the air, Clapper cut to the point.
This is definitely domestic terrorism, no question about it in my mind.
And in California, a 13th package was recovered in Sacramento, addressed to Senator Harris.
We have determined that this device was a legitimate device, and we have now rendered the device safe.
And then the 14th package, addressed to billionaire activist and Democrat Tom Steyer. That package was stopped at a mail facility in Burlingame, California.
We're showing the visuals, what to look for. It was taken very seriously.
The big break that led investigators to SAYOC was a fingerprint, found as forensic examiners carefully took apart the crude IED that was addressed to Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
Once I knew that they had a print, I was pretty confident that we'd be able to find the right person.
Investigators ran the prints and found a match, CESAR SAYOC, whose fingerprint was in the system because of previous arrests, including one for an alleged 2002 bomb threat.
Once they find something like a fingerprint or even a partial print, that gets put into their database, which contains other fingerprints from, say, previous arrests, which is apparently how they were able to make the match.
As police recovered more devices, the evidence kept pouring in. Once they could say who he was, they used his cell phone to track him.
This is phenomenal work with the greatest pressure under an incredibly tight time frame. We see unbelievable work like this on TV and in Hollywood, but to see it up close in reality is something to behold.
We're now learning more about the suspect, CESAR SAYOC. His family attorney says he was living out of his van and says his former client wasn't violent, but suffers from mental illness. Although we don't know the alleged bomber's exact motivations, new details about his personality are coming in.
It was almost like there were 2 CESARs. I don't know how to describe it. There was the courteous, the articulate, the dependable, reliable, and then there was this one that just spewed awful, vile, ungodly
Deborah Goregian, his former boss at a pizza restaurant, describes him as a reliable employee, but says his outspoken opinions were often a problem.
I didn't like him as a person. I mean, because it offended me with what he was saying about me. Gays, blacks, Jews, Hispanics. He loved Adolf Hitler. His van, what you saw was what you got with his van. It was always Ku Klux Klan or Nazism.
And there are certainly other clues that point to extreme politics. He was one of those people on Twitter constantly posting his dislike for the Clintons, Obamas, and other Democrats.
He may have been appears to be a partisan, but that would be determined by the facts as the case goes forward.
Sayok also posted videos like this one on social media that appear to show him at Trump rallies.
They're going to look at any type of event, any type of function that he went to, particularly if it was some type of political event or a campaign event. They're going to try to see, was he there with certain people?
Today, the president condemned what he called political violence.
We must never allow political violence to take root in America. Cannot let it happen. And I'm committed to doing everything in my power as president to stop it.
And Wednesday night in Wisconsin, he urged for all sides to come together.
We want all sides to come together in peace and harmony. We can do it.
By the president's own account, he was on his best behavior in the immediate aftermath of this incident. But we have seen some significant backsliding.
Overnight, the president once again attacked the media, tweeting, "Funny how lowly rated CNN and others can criticize me at will, even blaming me for the current spate of bombs, and ridiculously comparing this to September 11th and the Oklahoma City bombing. Yet when I criticize them, they go wild and scream, it's just not presidential." And later he wrote, "Republicans are doing so well in early voting, and now this bomb stuff happens and the momentum greatly slows. News not talking politics, very unfortunate." Today, reporters question the president about his recent remarks.
No, not at all. No, I mean, not at all. No, there's no blame. There's no anything. If you look at what happened to Steve Scalise, that was from a supporter of a different party.
And when asked if he would tone down his rhetoric,
well, I think I've been toned down. You want to know the truth? I could really tone it up. Because, as you know, the media's been extremely unfair to me and to the Republican Party.
At moments of national crisis, we become used to a president who seeks to unify. President Trump does not have that same instinct. He is, by his nature, someone who plays on the divisions, not the opportunities for unity.
Even though police say there's a suspect behind bars, authorities say this may not be over yet.
Today's arrest means that New Yorkers and indeed people across our nation are safe. But as Director Ray said, there might be more packages out there, so everyone still needs to take caution.
When checking the mail, it's now safety first. For Nightline, I'm Steve.
Sayok je od ranije poznat policiji i više puta je bio hapšen zbog različitih prekršaja, uključujući pretnju bombaškim napadom 2002. godine. Američki ministar pravde Jeff Sessions kaže da je protiv Sayoka podignuta optužnica sa 5 tačaka, ali još uvek nije jasno hoće li biti optužen za terorizam.
Danas je optužen po 5 tačaka za federalni prekršaj, uključujući prenošenje eksploziva preko granice saveznih država, ilegalno slanje eksploziva, pretnje protiv bivših predsjednika, pretnje komunikacijama između saveznih država i napada na sadašnje i bivše federalne službenike. Osumnjičeni se suočava sa kaznom od 48 godina zatvora.
Predsjednik Trump hvali brzu akciju u službi bezbednosti i poziva na okončanje političkog nasilja.
Ovi teroristički akti su odvratni i za njih nema mesta u našoj državi. Nikada ne smemo da dozvolimo da političko nasilje pusti korene u Americi.
Direktor Federalnog istražnog biroa Christopher Wray upozorio je građane da i dalje postanu na oprezu, pošto se još uvek ne zna da li je Sayok poslao dodatne koverte sa eksplozivnim napravama.
Uhapšen je identifikovan kao CESAR SAYOC, 56 godina star, koji je ključni i moguće jedini osumnjičeni u tom slučaju. Izjavio je neimenovani politički zvaničnik zvalja Reuters. Taj zvaničnik je govoreći po uslovom anonimosti rekao da se hapšenje dogodilo na parkingu prodavnice autodelova u gradu Plantation na Floridi. Iz američkog ministarstva pravde saopštili su da muškarcu osumnjičenom da je poslao najmanje 14 paket bombi kritičarima predsjednika Sjedinjene države Donalda Trumpa pred kazna od 48 godina u zatvoru. Ranije danas pronađeno su još 2 sumnjiva paketa koji su upečeni istaknutim demokratama. Ne kažemo direktoru obavještenja službe Jamesku Clapperu i senatoru Corey Bookeru.
This is the man the FBI says is behind more than a dozen mail bombs sent to high-profile critics of President Trump. And tonight we are learning more about CESAR Sayoc's criminal past. He was no stranger to law enforcement down in South Florida. He'll be making his first court appearance there on Monday. The FBI warning there still may be more bombs yet to be discovered.
Investigators took Sayoc into custody this morning without incident at an AutoZone. The number of devices authorities believe are connected to him stands now at 14 tonight. And the I-Team has learned Sayoc appeared to threaten an Illinois congressman on social media.
Rob Elgus here with the latest. Rob.
This is Sayoc last winter at a Donald Trump rally in Melbourne, Florida. He's an avid Trump supporter. The van federal agents seized plastered with stickers that included bullseye targets on opponents. Tonight, investigators say he's not cooperating. This is the president held a rally in Charlotte.
We must unify as a nation in peace, love, and in harmony.
Presidential comments from the commander-in-chief short-lived tonight.
Yet the media has tried to attack the incredible Americans who support our movement to give power back to the people.
Tonight, CESAR Sayoc in federal custody. Witnesses say he was arrested by FBI agents at a Florida AutoZone store.
He wasn't yelling or screaming or flailing. He was in handcuffs and he calmly was escorted to the vehicle.
The windows of the van, investigators believe he was recently sleeping in, covered with political messages, supporting the president and demonizing his critics. Sayoc posted videos on social media from Trump rallies and posted about his dislike for the Clintons, Obamas, and other Democrats. It was a fingerprint on one of the packages sent to Congresswoman Maxine Waters that cracked open the case.
Once I knew that they had a print, I was pretty confident that we'd be able to find the right person.
The print scanned into a database got a match. The FBI also says DNA evidence was found in a package sent to the Obamas.
We see unbelievable work like this on TV and in Hollywood, but to see it up close in reality is something to behold.
We've also learned more tonight about Sayoc's past. He has a lengthy criminal record, including an arrest for a 2012 bomb threat. Relatives tell ABC News they're in shock about the allegations against him, Ellen.
Well, Rob, our ABC7 I-Team has uncovered apparent threats from CESAR Sayoc against Illinois Congressman Luis Gutierrez. One Twitter post from last month that's likely linked to Sayoc shows photographs of Gutierrez's family, what appears to be a tarot death card. The I-Team first told the congressman's office about those posts late today.
And I want to say thank you to the countless police officers in so many jurisdictions. Today, I'm going to sleep better. My family, my grandson, my daughter, all of us who live together are going to sleep better because of women and men in law enforcement that did their job to preserve our democracy.
Congressman Gutierrez is not one of the people who received a mail bomb this week, but Eyewitness News will be following this breaking story all weekend long as the man accused in these mail bombs gets ready to go to court on Monday. Our morning team will have the latest tomorrow.
Any footage concerning the CESAR Sayoc pipe bomb case, anything from ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, Yahoo, and other news agencies, thank you. This falls under fair use, and I'm saying this to protect myself against copyright infringement. And once again, thank you. This concludes my presentation about nutjob CESAR Sayoc. You motherfucker! You see this? You better rot in jail for many, many years. The 48 years. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm begging you on my hands and knees. I'm only a YouTuber. Make some kind of a registry for these nuts and these crazies. Put these nutcases away before they can do harm. There's still some of these pipe bombs in circulation. Anyway, if you like this video, please click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe down below. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a YouTuber, I don't know who you are, that unsubscribes and subscribes again. Guy, please. YouTube is not making money from small YouTubers like me. They're not making money on me. Because I'm not monetized yet. I need subscribers. I need subscribers. You don't have to like my videos. You don't have to like me. Subscribe and like me. It doesn't cost you much to do this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching.